Beautiful creators, are you ready for this incoming year? Because the energies are going to accelerate. So in this video, I'll explain a bit what does it truly take to move from manipulative creational energies into divine creations and manifesting on the spot, on an everyday level, crystal crisp, clear and clean. So that takes quite something. And reason why, because in this incoming year 2025 we're gonna move forward in purified vibrations, meaning the divine has completely grounded on the floor to every level of density. I have no idea if you understand that. What it means is every level of inner misaligned truth, inner things you need to deal with that you know are completely off alignment. Anything you're suffering from, be it mentally, emotionally, spiritually, needs to leave that platform, because in a purified vibration we actually become the creator self. And so this year is moving into the measurements of bilocation. If you've done the work, if you moved into your light body and you feel the vortexes, the pulses moving inside out of you 24/7, that means huge alignment, because it's available. It has been a training for over the past 20 years. So, and everybody has their way actually, meaning we move into the omni-beyond vortexes as an eternal being, moving into immortality, meaning bilocation comes to the forefront. And it's a bit scary for many. And so if you can remember, somehow we created rivers, we co-created the oceans, we co-created with the elements, because it's all within. We co-created with the crystalline kingdoms because we are crystals. We co-created all the elements through the seas, through the earth level, in the underground levels, because we are them. And when we are them and have become them and having worked with them in alignment, then there's no other way than keeping your sheer focus on that alignment. And that is the point I want to really dig into, is that many people lose focus in allow their brain to recycle negativity, density, struggles, problems, and getting into a vibration that is anger, that is malfunctioning, that is resistance, that is fear, that all these lower levels I can't even talk about anymore. Neither can I allow it anymore on email, because social media has no more meaning for me. Anyways, they're killing it, big vibes, and whatever word you take up there immediately integrates and reflects your energy. So the accelerant is that here, it's like in 1 year we complete like a vibration that goes so fast, depending on your choices, depending on your responsibility, that we can put in like 5 to 10 years in 1 year and just move up the spiral of ascension with the divine, feeling the pulses, having moved at least into a pillar of light, that is the celestial Shambala movement, the new body of life that has all 22 spheres of light, not just 10 spheres. Who works with 10 spheres on a tree of life if that tree has grown? And so evolution grows every day, and thus we are recreating, reconstructing with the divine, with all the teams of light. The angel kingdoms are here, the Elohim are here. Everything is available. All the masters have grounded on the planet, and of course you meet them when your vibrations matches that. you know, vibe needs to match up with the exactitude of energies, and so that is massively important in this incoming year if you want to manifest things. And it's not only about monies, it's everything, but just about everything needs to be in 1000% balance and equality to open up that level of trust, of faith with the divine, and going where your manifestation co-creates with the divine. Otherwise it's off. When it's off, you don't manifest. And reason why people struggle so much in manifesting on the spot. I mean, it's like you think it, you see it, you pull it through, but the missing link needs to fill in the details. The details, how do you want to link up with people? How do you want to move into new vibrations? What is your passion, your skill, your inspiration, your aspiration? And write that down and create one platform that you can truly visualize and invite the new alignments. Don't go back into the old. If the divine is telling you you need to get a smoky quartz alignment that is crystal clear through the eyes and moving the eternal eye into the omni eye, into the fourth, fifth, sixth eye. I mean, the eye of the divine in eternity has already been set during the past years. So you're starting to see crystal clear in alignment if you've been training yourself in the crystalline grid. And I do know there's a lot of people who do not want to know that, who do not want to accept that their body is made out of crystals, because once we move all the way into the immortal line directly connected to the divine, then your biological DNA changes from the 24 strands into a new system. And so many scientists and physicians are still fishing to change that. And I mean, it's very, very dense, very low in consciousness, because they're swimming on the old tree of life, the old Merkaba. I mean, how can anyone just move even in those old geometrical patterns that are not even existent anymore? So a lot of that was created in Egypt. So, I mean, I'm not going there. No way. So much. I mean, give the gold to the people, and that's about it, because the misalignments are not in the correct divine will reconstruction of the planet. And so, as you have been seeing, I've been creating new geometrical patterns that are aligned to cosmology, to into the beyond, to immortality. And that is where the entire tree of life in a light body termed a Makiva, matching all the masters, all angelic kingdoms, all the elements, and light earth has the same construction. Then you feel the vortexes moving, as always connected with the measurements, the mathematics, the new ones, recalculating your own individual mathematics in the back of the brain, which is an automatic when in alignment beyond duality. So having worked in balance with the Lady Gen, moving up through the double doors into Shambala, and all these terms I'm mentioning, of course, they're hard to understand if you're not in alignment. And the divine is not going lower, because opening up and studying light body into eternity, and the old philosophers, they knew that. They were searching for the mathematics that moved into the eternal vibration, as well as manifestation, and how to co-create with that. And many countries in Europe, as well as many polar points in the United States, in Australia, in New Zealand, all over the world. Actually, South America is a gem, but they all link in with every other portal, and then we can see the entire construction of the earth resetting the rejuvenation, regeneration of the planet coming through nature. And so we invite the elements to co-create. The elements are gonna require you to follow your crystalline footpath, and they will show you what to do. The animals will show you what to do. So it's a matter of having an open channel, opening that as a co-creator, because it's the only reason why you're on the planet. You're not here to let's say just build a family, create some business and die off and go to the other side, because it's the last cycle of reincarnation. So those in alignment can and have the option, or everybody at this point has the option, to remain here for many hundreds of years solely for the reconstruction of the planet. So imagine your creatorship, imagine your manifestations, as many still deal with injustices, many still deal with many creations around, but it's all you, it's your responsibility, you created it. Getting out of it, I see so many people still judging the system, judging this and that and that and that, and having a billion of opinions, cycling in the brain until you become that same negativity and density. So how can you possibly expect to win any case if you're in the dense vibration? You need to have moved at least your celestial and your universal eternal vibration needs to have the power of commanding the crystalline grid. There is one for the court system, there's one for a higher level business system, there is a crystalline grid for just about everything. So the missing link here is like what you will feel in the incoming years is that truly the supreme light, eternal golden grids have moved completely under the underground, under the sea level, above and around the earth, and that moves with the vibrations of what is termed the Shambala shield. So in between that, it's like you can visualize it like a golden dome under and above that has a cradle under and above, or the other way around, doesn't matter, that vibrates, accelerate immediately with the divine that is termed the Shambhala shield, or these vibrations coming through. And what it will do, it will squeeze any dense measure, any negativity you tap into will be catapulted into you. If you keep your vibration crystal clear, things you want to create and manifest, imagine them, have that looking glass, and that is truly the most potent grid is still the tiger's eye. The tiger's eye is magnificent. It opens the immortal eye. It has the opening into the eye of the divine, still housing in Mount Everest. So, you know, if you're still not interested in how opening third, fourth, fifth eyes and still go into the lower vibrations, there is all these energies that opens eyes through the mountains. There is the Alpha Omega through the mountains. There is so many underground movement as the elements have said, I'm stopping it. They're elevating the older elements that have been killed due to the creation of so much pollution, density, name it, you know, the dark age. So here we're moving out of it. Quite naturally, they're moving with us, they co-create, and we can command the elements to perform a task in the grid for you to manifest what you need. And so quite naturally, if you work with the divine in co-creation and you are in alignment with divine requested alignment and not in your ego or a free will alignment, because that will not manifest anything, as our consciousness is so poor. So you move out of soul consciousness, you move the pillars of light all the way throughout the body, spiraling into eternity, that has the eternal flame burning, that has the purple flame burning into co-creating, manifesting on the spot. If many amongst you do remember Avalon, do remember, you know, the magic of Merlin, all that only starts off when you're in your celestial universal body. You cannot command the elements, command manifestation, or claim it, or whatever words you have for it, when you're not in that high vibrational level, because the density, the negativity, all these forces and sources, they will keep on trying to cut your vibration down, of course. And when you're in the omnipresent protective field, shield, realms of light, there's nothing that can hit you. And that is what is happening now. So the request is move into a divine alignment, move celestial universally, get this alignment in. And that takes great study, that takes effort, yes. And nothing is for free. Everything that is for free has no alignment, is what is coming through the divine, and my strict alignment bringing that through. The strictness into business. I get up in the morning, yes, at 4, and at least I have alignment. I define redirection, at least 2 hours. That's the minimum. Without that, you cannot possibly manifest. And then you open that vision that comes through as you have been purifying on an everyday level, and you keep on doing that because that is required for the crystallization of the body. And if the crystallization of the body comes through, then you start to see crystal clear. So the physical eyes, the pineal, the pituitary, the amygdala, the hypothalamic and the thalamic gland needs to pull sources, forces, efforts all together to move into one system in order to move out of that old recycling DNA that kills the body. And so disease can no longer exist. I mean, your lungs will expand into the angelic wings, and there's the term angel wings. You know, angel light, and you feel that, and you can, if you're in true focus, then you can manifest. And so then you start to create just one idea. You ask the divine, what's the best way to get through that? What are the elements that I need to support that creation into manifestation? Is it in divine will? How can I move better? Because the divine always has better answers than yourself. Even though you have the alignment to the higher self speaking non-stop 24/7. That comes in with the celestial vibe, and that's quite fancy because you just boom, the answer kicks in before the question is out. And I had to train for it, so can you. Nothing came naturally to me. And it is the level of strength, the level of mentality, the level of psychology, and the level of spiritual vibration that you put in there that needs to equal with your fitness level, and you will feel when vibing up. You need less and less food, more and more liquids, and that's where we're moving into if you want to move into that high level. And reason why everything is so quickly accelerating. It's a joy. I mean, if you don't have that joy and your brain continuously moves into these lower vibrations, do not expect to have your visualizations, creations to be manifested on the spot. You need to keep that high level all of the time. You need to have the technology that whenever something pops up in the brain, you know, we're moving out of it. There's a lot of subconscious, deep subconsciousness, levels of subconsciousness that need to become crystal clear consciousness, not like the old scientists actually continue to manipulate your brain, saying that there's things in it needs to be eliminated. A spiritual vibration an angel, a master is crystal clear. We don't have subconsciousness. We don't have the chakra system, and we don't need that. It was a creation of the dense forces and sources to keep you in the lower vibration. So the first movement with that pillar of light will move with the pillars of light into all universes, and all universes have all stations of light. All these stations have architectural constructions. All these architectural constructions are there to recreate, reconstruct the vibe into immortality and so forth. It's a lot, but it's so interesting. So how can you not want to build your light body, as that was the first cause of being birthed on the planet, and everybody needs to do that work in order to move on, because as this is the last incarnation ever, this is crystal clear, cannot be other. I mean, this is sheer logic. The earth, soul consciousness never had and never will have any logic, because it's tied to density and negativity. So if you have your commitment with the divine to clear out yourself on an everyday level, that means your old consciousness and moving that consciousness as equal with these massive crystalline grids around the planet and under the planet, creating an entire double dome, a double vortex, a double spiral up into the Lady Gen vibrations, then of course relationships will crack into pieces, because your divine perfect eternal mate is either on the other side matching you, what we are doing right now, all the way through 2025, and it's opening up and matching your Makiva light body, and that is where the bilocation will come through and both will match up. So, and that, yeah, it's gonna be like a roller coaster we have never seen before. For those in alignment, remain in alignment, keep on the clearing, do what's necessary, keep up your fitness every day, every day. You cannot skip your fitness. Like, I mean, you can skip your food and just live on juices and water, but you can't skip your fitness completely, because both will rise the vibration into a feathery light embodiment. And I feel that all of the time. It's so fabulous. Your body feels light. It doesn't have that density. And so that is so beautiful. I'm just saying, like, if you didn't manifest, the only way to do it is becoming living light, matching living light, lightness or feathery light in the body, and that is opening up that vibration, moving. You know, if you know that song, The Line, Toto, listen to that song, it's a great song. That is really about divine alignment and always getting back in that divine line that goes eternally into the immortal vibrations. And here comes a time we can truly manifest on the spot. At times I just think it, and I go and sit somewhere for a cup of coffee, and it just manifests. It just is there. And that is always also something I would say for people still dealing with justice and those things, court cases, and so get rid of your lawyers, present your own case. Who ever invented a lawyer with no knowledge? Present your own page. Get your own information, get your own knowledge, get your own intelligence. I mean, it's all there. You can just work with it, write your own information, ask the divine how to present it, and you get an army of light teams working with you when in an celestial universal embodiment. Otherwise, your team cannot match, cannot move through the grids, cannot co-create. And we are at a point people do not want the truth anymore. They don't want the clarity. It's too difficult. And then, I mean, the first thing we can do is get out and just remove the laziness that was coming through birth and soul. Soul creates laziness on every level. And thus removing the laziness opens up your vibration. Laziness, resistance, and stubbornness, these three. If you remove these three, chances are you're gonna vibe out, make the right decisions, have your source, your spirit, and your spark self direct you all of the time, or just get in the alignments, because this incoming year we are moving into all the crystal clear ways, and they are massive. Crystal clarity, all the transparent ways, all the gemstone ways, and so forth. And of course your vibration feels that very, very much. Like here as well, I mean, I have cab drivers over here asking me, what are you doing? I mean, my body is shivering when you step in, your vibration is so high, blah, blah, blah. So I couldn't say so 5 years ago, but now moving celestial, omnipresent, eternal, immortal, my vibration is just there, and I just can see their brain inside out. I know immediately what they're thinking, and so with everybody else as well. So many people think I don't. I just read them inside out, and many still try to steal, lie, it's catapulted back up to them, like, yeah, immediately. And so that low consciousness where you have the lies, where you have manipulative, and they just cannot kick in anymore. And that is something to keep in mind. If you want to go all the way into light body, got all the trainings there on one platform from the very beginning until matching your immortality. So it's all many different levels. You can have a look at my website if you're interested to do that. And just request to the divine that everything you need is always there when in alignment. When in alignment that is requested by the divine, not free will. Divine will kick your ass. Free will, free will just, cut your vibe all of the time. And that's about it. So I'm just saying that this year, take charge, take inventory, take charge of your vibration, take your inventory up. Imagine where you want to be at the end of the year. Imagine what you are willing to invest into. Are you willing to invest in your light body or investing in density? Because that's the only choices you will have. And then you open up your own knowledge, your own creative channel, and you will change massively. Because you become creative where the sacral is completely flat, the solar plexus is completely flat, and you feel that sacral vibration, the female rising, meeting up with the male through the solar center, and so the repair of that entire great central sun vibration, that is your home, that is Shambala, will move up, and you will feel that thrill immediately. And then that opens the level into equality, balance, and thus the Lady Gent on a higher level, the co-creative vibrations, and thus also the platform that is, the movement into bilocation and beyond that, of course. But now let's not run too fast, because as I'm standing here, this is a huge building. I don't know if you see it's all around there. I'm here in the middle of Bangkok, and just saying, I'm bringing the thrill down here, and where it's most needed, where I'm required. And of course, I meet up with stuff like I'd rather not experience, but if it is being requested, and so You're always in divine alignment, and that has always divine timing. And that's the only way to see it. So creating and manifesting comes through divine timing when your divine will is in alignment with requested alignment. And then you can ask just for anything, write it down, visualize it for a few days, let it go, and know it comes true for you. So I hope you're all gonna create a new backpack, as light as possible. Throw away your old home, throw away your old stuff. I've done all that for the past 3 years. That's holy, and I know every single detail that's in my closets, including the kitchen, including the bathroom, including every single corner, because I've done the clearing and I can't stand it anymore. So here I'm going very, very light, a nice light backpack, and just travel wherever I am requested to go. And that is the way you start to manifest, because you start to co-create with the Elohim, with the Elohim, with the elements, and you start to open up telepathic communications, or you just communicate. I mean, it just becomes a natural. And people are not used to communicating with crystals, with plants, with whatever, rivers and mountains and so forth. Everything in creation has a level of communication. And once you have that, you will want to create and communicate with just everything. So it's actually the crystalline grids are moving massively, massively, massively up, and each grid has a different floor, and we're moving through all the floors right away into the ascent, that it creates the arc on the mountaintop into the beyond. So the mountaintop, that is Capricorn energy, that is the granite ray, that is all earth-based, moves you into that rainbow bridge, and that is where we are moving, available for everybody, termed the eternal immortal vibrations, when the omnipresence has been set in with your celestial, universal body. So I hope you like the information a little bit, and that it will help you to understand, to make better decisions, and to take responsibility in order to enjoy this incoming year. Thank you so much. I'm Charlie G.